When I was building my world, I had all these big buildings, and the world still felt kind of empty. And that was until I built this coffee shop, and it actually changed everything. Suddenly, the world felt warmer and more alive. So, today, I just want to talk about why those small builds actually matter way more than you'd expect, and how they made my Minecraft world feel like home. Before I started building these small buildings like this greenhouse and the coffee shop, the world didn't feel bad, but it did feel empty. There were obviously builds in the world, but it wasn't much warmth and it wasn't enough coziness. And that's where these buildings actually started to change things. We started off with this greenhouse here. And it may seem simple at first, but really why we built it was because we needed honey from these bees. And it's not the fastest or the most efficient way of getting honey, and we knew that while we were building it, but we wanted it to look nice and we wanted it to fit in with the city. We didn't want an industrial eyesore or something that just didn't fit in with the surrounding buildings. We also noticed that the city was a little cold and it needed some warmth added to it and some peacefulness. This building alone changed the way that we view the city now. Fast forward a little bit, and we built this coffee shop right here. I wanted something warm and cozy, and I imagined a place where we could gather and just kind of chill out and talk about how our day's going. Inside, it is a very cozy place with the soft lighting and the leaves around, and that's exactly what this world needed. Outside, I put plants and some bushes around just to make it feel a little bit cozier. And I think the important thing to take away from this is that not all your builds have to be huge or have giant meaning behind them. I think it's okay that some of them are big and some of them are small. And I think you'd be surprised by how much fun some of these small buildings can be to build. I think we get too stuck up on the mega projects that we need to build in our worlds, and we forget to build these small little things that normal cities would have, or that normal little towns would have. Now, don't get me wrong, building this iron farm was a ton of fun, and I absolutely love this building. But it is just a big, cold building, and we built it around the iron farm just so that it didn't look like it was just an iron farm. Or this brick building, which is a medium-sized building, but it was still a ton of fun to build, and we had a reason behind it. But I think even having a reason as small as needing honey deserves a building built for itself. But even if you don't have meaning behind your builds, I think it's okay to still build them just for the fun or just for the look or feel of it. This coffee shop has actually no reason to be here, but we built it because we wanted something warm and cozy, and we wanted something like this in our world. And that's okay. There doesn't always need to be a reason to have a build, and really, the reason is just to have fun. Small builds can change the way your world interacts with itself, and they can make it more immersive and more cozy. The world is more believable with this in it. The golems walking around is a nice touch to add a feel that there's still a civilization in this city and that it's actually alive and moving. We have copper golems walking around, and we want to add villagers eventually, and that's just a good way to keep the world alive. And building little things like paths or roads, connecting everything to each other, is a way to make your builds feel more connected. And this is really important for not getting burnout of Minecraft or not getting bored of it, because you give a reason for your buildings to be there. Adding little things like these streetlights can help your world be more alive as well. Just the small detail of a light makes it feel more immersive and more believable. If there was one thing to take away from this video, it would be that big builds are impressive and they're cool, don't get me wrong. I love big builds in a world, but don't forget about the small ones. The big builds can be impressive, but the small ones make it feel alive. The details make it have personality. You don't always need a mega build to move forward in your world. You can have small things like these that bring your world to life. Sometimes it's the smallest builds in the world that give the world its soul. And this is why small builds matter in Minecraft.